Hello, welcome to Trek Wars and Fantasies review of Star Trek Picard, episode 10 of season 2, Farewell. And I've got with me again, and thank you again for coming, I've got Olympus.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And for those who are not in the know, I somehow forgot his name about 2 seconds ago, which gets me going. But even though I've had him, what's this, your 4th time here?
Yeah, we're the fourth now.
Yeah, I still managed to forget your name. Forgot your name or unable to speak English. So we're going to go have a review.
Happens to all of us.
Yeah. We're going to get on and review Star Trek Picard. Last episode of season 2. So, shall we start off? Oh, for start off, I was thinking, we were discussing at the end of the last episode, there is so much to wrap up here. It was like, what is going to happen? And I suppose let's get on with it. And I've stopped doing the delaying tactic. So, we introduced was them all the team getting back together.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, it's not the greatest start we've ever had to an episode, but that's not necessarily what counts. You got any thoughts of them all getting themselves together to get themselves going?
It was kind of like they could have continued it straight on from the last episode, and you would never have noticed that it was 2 separate episodes, wasn't it? It was that smoother continuation, which is great if you're binge watching it. But when we're having to wait week by week, it did feel like a little bit of a flat start almost.
Yeah, I am thinking now, I am missing their starts that they had for last season, where they done a completely random, or not completely random, but a back in time thought of what was going on, and then it's just like what has happened in the past or something like that. But
yeah,
but I suppose if we would have continued on from season 9, episode 9, it would have been good. But anyway, this was a get together. This was getting to the team to together in one piece. So to get, I haven't really said what they are really doing. It's like going to make sure that the space mission goes ahead. That Jean-Luc Picard's descendant Picard is going to space. Did they ever say which planet they were heading for?
It was one of the Jupiter moons, Europa.
Yeah, so to go into that, brilliant, good start. It's an okay start for me, but the main bit I think starts after the break, which was the space. Them in the space station getting everything together, and you hear all the chatter over. So like, I don't know if they said these words, but like space control to blah de blah. I almost said Major Tom there, but etc. etc. And it's like, I did like that chatter, and I thought that was a really really nice start. So.
I agree. No. It was. As you mentioned, that's at the end of the last episode. That last review, we were saying you've got a hell of a lot to cram in here, and without going too much into this episode, I was surprised at how well they did it, because it did kick off pretty fast, and I quite enjoyed the entire sequence in space station. You know what I mean? In the rocket platform, mission control, whatever we're calling it. It's. I'm going to try not to ramble, but they built up that stage and that prop set and everything very, very well. I believed where we were.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure how much of it's use of a other space site, and they're just putting in the rocket and other bits.
Do you think Elon maybe Gonna let them jump into one of his platforms for half an hour to
Or
film.
yeah, or maybe they just borrowed a stock picture of it. Maybe I don't know.
Mm.
Oh no, they wouldn't have borrowed a stock picture, but it used that kind of thing to.
Well, it's something we don't know, isn't it? Is how
Yeah.
much this stuff is ever CGI. You know, how
Yeah.
much of it's green screen.
Yeah.
The technology is so good now; it's very difficult to tell the two apart.
Yeah. So no, definitely. Um.
I think
So gone.
Talon's, yeah, sorry, Talon's um, reaction you kind of expect when she jumps out. It's just like, what the hell are you doing, Picard? But that's where I feel she's so much like her. Let's call her her ancestor from Picard's present day. I'm going to assume they're not ancestor, future
Descendant. Yeah.
descendant. That's the one.
Yeah.
Sorry, descendant. You know,
Yeah.
she's. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there's so many similarities between those two characters. So I almost expected her to react the way she did to Picard. But it was so quickly done and over with, and like, finally here, let's just crack on. That, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to criticize it too much. Was it rushed? I don't think it was. I think they managed it quite well.
Yeah. And yeah. No. To be honest, it was good. And I am a person that does remember to turn, not necessarily turn my brain off, but forget about tropes and things like that. It they're both their descendants talking together there was really nice, and you and I almost did forget when they first time around that, oh, she could have this is probably her disguised as somebody else. I didn't even think about it because I'm one of these people. I'm happy to go play along with what's going on, and it was just like,
Yeah.
um, and I did believe for a while that was her coming out and talking to Sung, who has gone full on evil. I was trying not to say. I was thinking of full on Sung, so like, yeah, aka evil. So, I think it was you I was talking to for what while. I'm thinking he wasn't. Almost did have a good side for a little bit, and it's like not.
It's just, yeah, yeah. As you were talking about Adam Sung, he just sort of flicked around so quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, it's. No, it is nice, and that one when you actually saw the launch go off and uh, them talking and uh, them talk Picard and I almost said Laris there. I don't know where that came from, but them talking.
Again, she acts like her though.
Yeah, them talking afterwards was really nice.
That was played so well, I thought, yeah, and it wasn't overdone, it wasn't overacted on what's her name again? What's her name again? On Orla Brady's part, she did not overact that at all. It was just a really lovely moment. Even the kiss on the forehead that Picard gives her.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really touching moment.
Yeah. No,
And probably, if I'm right, the first farewell of the episode.
Yeah, it is, and it's. Yeah, no, it was touching. Next thing I've got written down in my notes is talking about Sung afterwards, but have I missed anything before we get there?
So, between Picard and Talon, we probably don't need to touch on Adam Sung and how he goes about doing what he does. I was kind of expecting that. I was expecting Talon to do what she did. I think we've pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, dirty bit of work, and it's like maybe I don't know if it was also a go at people who sponsor or fundraise or donate money to these things, and maybe they get special treatment. I hadn't thought about that, but I'm just thinking of that now. Maybe it may be a bit hypocritical because I'm sure that's probably happened with Paramount or CBS or somebody in there, but I'm just
They could have been having a little laugh at themselves there, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But I just thought of that and thought, that's a nice, nice touch as well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then I've got Sung saying, I've got written down here, Sung getting FaceTime, but maybe that was just my definition for them talking to each other, them and his daughter there, daughter or experiment or whatever you want to. Do you think that's really? Do you think there was a relationship between Soji? Is it? Actually, she
Soji,
Oh.
yeah,
Actually,
so Soji was her character name in the season 1, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh, what's her name now?
Actually, everybody's probably shouting at us now, going, "How the hell can you not remember?"
Corsoon.
Yeah, and it's just like
Corey. Is it Corey? Corey, sorry.
That was it. Yeah.
So I think there was a relationship between her and are you talking about her and Adam?
Yeah, that did look like there was definitely a strong relationship at one point, and she probably has gone off on that. But shall we get to the spoiler now, or the big reveal, or shall we leave that for a little bit? Oh, sorry, let's do it.
Okay, go on.
Let's do it. It for me.
You do the honors.
Yeah. When it was a complete surprise seeing Will Wheaton appear there, and it was just like, what? Okay. Oh, hey, great! They got Will Wheaton in as a guest appearance. Who's he playing? Wonder who this guy is. He's playing now. He must be right. And it's like, hang on, there's some great organised. It was like, wow. Normally you hear gossip of things like that, and I just didn't hear it. It was just like,
yeah. No one saw it coming, and yeah, I've seen some stuff on social media already. People who are calling out and saying it was fan service because of the recent announcement for the season 3 cast, and they didn't have Will Wheaton listed in it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was that at all. I think they had this done and dusted well before that.
Yeah.
I think it was fan service, but it's fan service in the way that Star Trek Picard has been doing that for us for the last couple of seasons. I had a similar reaction. My initial one was, oh my effing god, that's Will Wheaton. I thought, finally, because people love Wesley Crusher or they hate Wesley Crusher. They love Will Wheaton or they hate him. He's like Marmite, but I've always really enjoyed him and his character, so I was thrilled with that. And then again, I was sort of like, okay, guest star, great. Who's he playing? Oh my god, he's talking about Travers. That's Wesley Crusher.
Yeah.
It was lovely. The only thing for me is it was far too short. It was short and sweet, and maybe it needed to be that. Maybe they'll explore him a little bit in season 3 and round him off properly. I think a reunion with Beverly at the very least would be amazing, but I'm getting ahead of myself, and yeah, it was a lovely touch to this episode, if a little bit short.
Yeah, and actually, thinking about that, would this mean that there are two what's the name who plays Soji and
Isaac?
Yeah, that's the one, thank you. Sorry for everybody out there who I keep forgetting everybody's names, but my memory's not as good as it used to be once upon a time.
In your defence, it is late on a Monday evening.
Yeah, I've had a busy few days at work, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So, Yeah, I'm wondering if those two. Yeah, I suppose they're going to exist in two different in the same world now because we didn't actually meet her again at the end of this, and it's just like, hmm,
No, you're right. Her story rounded off at that point. And if there is a criticism that I have on this episode, it's that the Corey story ended so abruptly with no real rounding off, no real deserving send off or farewell, I believe. They just sort of whisked her on her way. Um,
hmm.
which I think was a shame, especially because I've not seen the post, but my wife did, so I'll need to double check and confirm this. But just in case, we've had confirmation she will not be in season 3.
Ooh, oh, that's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's I had not criticisms, but it wasn't as great. I liked her. I do love her acting. Her acting was really good, and the characters. I actually like the characters in general, but it's just like, yeah, it's a shame that's not going to happen. But
Yeah,
yeah, hey ho. So that's the first I've heard of it. So
I'll see if I can find the post. It was
yeah,
it was my wife that's read it. I think it was yesterday or the day before, because there's a couple of other characters confirmed, or actors, I should say, confirmed aren't coming back as well.
but that
Um,
goes in with what I've heard of them plan on doing a lot more TNG
yeah,
X characters, and it's just like maybe that this last episode is going to be a more of a montage, just like a farewell to Patrick Stewart and uh, everybody else. And
and when you consider what season 1 did and then what this season's done,
yeah,
which we'll probably touch on a little bit shortly as well, it definitely would lean on that.
mm,
I think you're right.
yeah. Now, changing the subject back to what we were actually supposed to be talking about.
Yep, sorry. You can blame me for
No,
that.
that's all right. No, I'm just the same. Uh,
So we were
uh,
talking about Mr. Crusher, the Traveller,
yeah.
and
Did
Corey.
You probably can't read my notes here, but I was trying to work out what I've got written down here, and it's like felt for a mirror or mirror, and I'm trying to remember what that's reference to because I've just made short notes, and it's like a couple of words, and I was going, why the hell did I write that? And it's just like I got no idea.
Mirror.
It's yeah.
I'm not sure either.
Or Mia. No, it was Mia. Because I've tried changing my word. And anyway, that's well, it'll come back to me later. Yeah, had a bit of fun was the droid attack. Actually, what was it? Sun trying to stop the thing, yeah. And
Oh, the
Rios
drones.
taking over the drones. I know that's Sammy going back on the what we are, but
That was a good bit of fun. That was. It was nice to see Rios sort of in its element a bit. It was like, oh my god, I've taken over. I've got control. That was nice to see some of his geekiness come out. And so, did you have anything else you wanted to say on that piece
to be
about?
honest, sorry, go on. No, at the moment, I'll
No,
jump
no,
in. Evan.
no, cool, because the other bit about Soon when it's around it's just before Corey gets the message to meet Will, Wesley,
Wesley, yeah.
Traveller, whatever we're calling him. When she's wiping his drives and he's lost everything, he opens up that drawer, remember? And there's that folder, Project Khan.
Oh, I missed that on the second time around, but I did see that at the. I must have looked away, and it was just like, yeah, and it was dated 10, 15. Well, it was dated somewhere in the 1990s, which was what they mentioned in TOS about it. So obviously he knows about it, has been doing something about it, or
I think my theory is that all of his work has been based off of that project. So he's taken the research off of that and built from it, used it as a foundation. So And maybe that's almost a nod towards, he's lost everything that he's worked on over the years, but look what he's still got in paper format to start again.
Yeah, because Asher Soji. I'll keep wanting to call her Soji Asher or whatever.
Yeah. She's got too many characters. That's she has played like 17 characters in season 1. There's too many names.
Yeah.
Corey.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, but that was a nice. Just look, back to like the Enterprise version. It's like, oh, maybe I can go into doing androids or into something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Exactly.
It was just like, nice touch. So, and have you got anything else to mention before I go on to realizing I've got 2 pages numbered 3? So,
I don't think so. No, I'm good.
So, eventually we got back to Rio saying goodbye as the next bit on my notes. Saying, ended up staying on the planet. Not in this time, sorry, not on the planet, but in this time.
Right, so that jumps us a bit because we've got a full.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like
we've had.
Hello, Wesley. Hello, traders.
Because I think I might be wrong here, but I think after the Wesley piece, they're back in the chateau, and Picard puts the skeleton key away for his future, for his child, for his child self to find, and that's him sort of closing the door, closing the loop, and accepting himself for who he is, and that's the point we see our favorite Q again.
Yeah, definitely. It's. Oh yeah, of course. How the heck did I? Yeah, how did I miss all that?
Probably because you've got 2 pages labelled 3.
Right, yeah. That is probably why. When I've got something very big written at the bottom with a key there. So, Destiny for the Little Boy. So, yeah. Obviously, I did write a note going, I can't read my notes. I'm terrible.
No, you're not. No, you're not at all.
Yeah.
It's as I said again, so much happened in this episode in such a small space of time. Like I'm certain we're missing bits out of this already as well.
Yeah.
But that.
And sorry, yeah, definitely. But then meeting up with Q, and it was just like this discussion, and it's realised it's not an. Of course, it's a game. It always is a game to Q. But it wasn't a test. This was more of him doing him a favor, Q doing Picard a favour, making sure he is happy, he is sorted. So he's not alone. Apparently Q's going to be alone. Is he really? Why is he alone? Why is he dying? Yeah.
Well, exactly. We still don't know why he's dying. Although, I think he alludes to it a little bit. Maybe in the previous episode, is just a natural part of the Q that they never realized. Or never realized because he's been around for eons. He didn't realize that Q can die, or whatever their version of death is. But there's this. I should have written it down. But the Q's almost monologue, because Picard says a couple of bits in the middle of it. But Q's almost monologue was absolutely beautifully written. It was so heartfelt, and it was Q being real. And if you're as devout TNG fan and this may talk to the viewers, if you're as devout TNG fans as we are, like you really feel that inside when he's talking. Like I'm not ashamed to say I was close to tears by the end of his little speech. It
Yeah.
was so heartwarming. Just to hear him say that he doesn't want Picard to be alone like he is, and he wants him to be happy, and he's one of his favorite people, and he wants what's best for him. I just thought, oh yeah, oh.
Yeah. I definitely can believe. Actually, he wants the best. He, in his own weird, strange way, wants something for him.
Yeah,
It's
and I
wants
guess
the
it's
best.
maybe Q's way of making sure that Picard can have that, because whereas before Q could be there in an instant to try and course correct things, he can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and he does need that little bit of energy from magically from somewhere to get that extra power, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I mean, what did you feel and think about that whole scene between Picard and Q in the I'm going to call it greenhouse observatory thing?
yeah, it's it shouldn't have worked, but in the moment it has worked. It got me, it touched me. It's nice. It's in the future. Would I think the same? I don't know. Does it seem Q? Seem like Q? Mm.
I'm
Go on.
shaking my head, but it's actually more of a that.
Yeah.
To me, it's Q being serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
Q without the silly games.
Yeah. Definitely. He. Yeah. Probably somebody who doesn't know how to be serious suddenly realizing he has to be serious, and it's just like. Yeah. To be honest, I think it probably. I think it will. Let's see whether it holds up or not. I think it will, but in the end, I liked it. It's got me.
It definitely works for the first viewing. Let's
Yeah,
put it that way. If you're a TNG fan,
yeah,
it works for the first viewing.
yeah. So that for me, I did rewatch it again today. Uh, in the UK, it came out Friday, and today is a Monday. Um, and yeah, it came out Thursday, I think, in the United States, and yeah. At the moment, it's worked for me, but
That's good.
let's
If you've
see.
watched it twice and it's worked both times. That's
Yeah,
promising.
yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah,
So by
it
that
was nice.
point, I think we're onto Rios, aren't we?
Yes, I think yeah, because that was my next thing after saying. After my comments, it matters to me, sentimental Q.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got Ari. Oh, I was going iOS. What's that? Oh, Rios. Yeah, Rios. Goodbye. That wasn't my next comment. So, yeah. So this should be page 4, not page 3. So, yeah. uh,
Just to round off what you were saying there, though, it matters to me. That was the last bit of the quote. That those
yeah.
words just echoed and etched into me when
Yeah.
he said them. I'll stop labouring on the point. I just thought
Yeah.
that was my favourite part of the episode, probably, but it's because of my love for both those characters and the stories that I've been watching since I was 10 years old,
Yeah.
surrounding them. That's why.
No, I think I agree. It's yeah. To be honest, at some point I'll probably got to watch them all together and do that, see if it happens. And I've got to remember to actually look at the camera when I'm trying to look at the screen, not looking down here. Rather. Anyway, that's why I'm not a TV star, because my camera work is terrible. So yeah. So yeah, Rios good. I suppose that's not a complete surprise. I think in one way or the other, one of those relationships, they were either going to go all into the future or all to the past.
Yep.
I suppose that was inevitable. I think we did talk about them doing a similar to Search for it wasn't the Search for Spock.
The Voyage Home.
Voyage Home. Um,
Which
episode.
does remind me now, I needed to Google the name of that woman in The Voyage Home.
So that's what gives me something to talk about it more. So it obviously Picard has mellowed a lot more about leaving stuff behind because they were talking about making sure they had every single thing. They mentioned the butterfly effect. It's like leaving bits behind, and did this have any effect on the timeline? Whew, who knows? Because they didn't. Didn't unlike the Bell episode, there was no pre-comments about that. So yeah, you know, I'm glad Rios was happy. It was a nice character. Another character who's not going to be, as far as we know, in the season 3.
He is confirmed, yeah.
Yeah.
I think confirmed he won't be in it.
Yeah. So, which for me, a shame, but again, yeah, maybe, yeah. We'll maybe talk about this later, but it was. I would have liked to see him come back and be back on the ship when they ended up. I'm just trying to think. Did they actually? No, I think they introduced Q to everybody not far after that.
Yeah.
Which was nice. Raffi. Yeah, I liked Raffi's interaction with Q there. It was just like.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Very Raffi.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying not to say that, but I think it is very Raffi. That was. Yeah, I think that was well done. Their discussions, so like, I think everything went. I don't think I've got a bad thing to say about that.
No. No.
Yeah, maybe she could have been the second person to have punched Q, and it could have been, and then it's like, hang on, I remember this.
It would have been funny actually, and she would have gotten away with that.
Yeah,
She's sure with her.
Yeah, made a comment about Cisco, hang on. Yeah, but nice, and it was just like, that's where it's like he got the energy back from somehow. Oh, I don't care. It's whatever.
Probably building it up. He was maybe running low, so he's stopped using his powers to allow himself to build up to the point so he knew he could get them back home. That's my head anyway.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't care how they did it.
It works.
It works. Yay! And you have them back on the bridge from episode once, and I was thinking, oh, that seemed quick. Looking at the time, and it was just like, 14 minutes left. It's like, I was thinking, I was expecting that to be the end of the episode, and it was just like, there was, not necessarily way more, but it was like,
there's a bit more to
it, and it was
so. Before we jump onto that bit, if you don't mind,
of course not.
And if you're ready to got these points afterwards, just tell me to shush.
Yeah.
Raffi and Seven having that kiss, which I think most of us have seen coming from the start of the season.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily see it coming, but I have through various points is that you haven't seen them very intimate throughout this. The most intimate you saw them was probably the end of last season when they were holding hands. And and when I say intimate, I mean something that's not couples having couple arguments or couple debates or something like that.
Yeah. No, you're spot on. I think for me, some of those moments that they've had, sort of that sort of argumentative conflict throughout the season, to me, it's always felt a little bit like that kind of coupley arguments going on. Sometimes a little bit more serious than that, to be fair. But I did kind of see it coming. But I'm quite happy for it. It worked. They played it relatively well. It
Yeah,
worked.
yeah,
But
it was that nice bow on the top of a
yeah, and
relationship.
and away from them and back onto Picard and Q before Q finally says, "Mon Capitan" for the last time.
Oh, that got me.
Picard giving him a hug
Oh,
and telling him he's not alone.
yeah,
That got me more than the end of the monologue in Chateau Picard.
yeah. I forgot to mention that, and I did love that bit so much. It was, yeah, it was just like, yeah, I loved it. It's
Yeah, and it there's nothing more to say other than that was absolutely perfect, and
yeah,
that right there, along with the oh, what was the line again? Oh, that's terrible. He does say Mon Capitan. He says Mon Capitan, but he says something else before it, which he always says, and it's gone out of my head. I'm having a mind blank. But
oh, I
um,
can't say anything. I always forget things.
but when he says Mon Capitan for the last time and clicks them back, it, it, this is the big farewell moment of
Yeah,
the season. They have closed off Q's story properly, the way it deserved to be closed off, the same way that they closed Data's story in season one, the way it should have been closed
yeah,
off. So that's 2 seasons for me that they've they've done it justice.
yeah. Yeah. In that case, thinking of that, they are tying up relationships, and it's like Data, Q, and possibly everybody else
Hmm.
next season. And is that everybody else with a lot of from Beverly Crusher maybe? Who knows?
Ooh.
Yeah. Um, who knows? Not me yet. Maybe you do in the future, but I don't know. So, yeah, it's speculation again.
That's what we love about it, though. We love
Yeah,
our good speculation.
yeah. But I suppose something that I'm thinking, getting back on the ship though,
Yes.
cancelling the red alert, not the red alert, the auto
Auto destruct,
destruct.
which he leaves to the last second, by the way. It's like he did not need to leave it that long.
Yeah, maybe because they've just been put there. It does maybe just takes a couple of seconds to go. Okay, what's going on? Okay, where is everybody? Yeah, am I actually here? Is this real? Oh, okay, yeah. At least he doesn't leave it as long as Riker to actually say it. It's like most definitely,
I
certainly,
remember that.
please, yeah,
Oh, yeah, that one. That one.
yeah. One thing
And Picard just gives him that look, like, oh, really?
yeah, it. I don't know if it's because he's an admiral, but it just did take that. I was expecting somebody else to be able to have to authorise it, but it was probably done for time. It's yeah,
You are spot. It is probably the time side of things, or as you said, it could be that, and the fact he's an admiral,
yeah,
so he gets to override it anyway. But if I think back to First Contact, it needed him and Beverly,
yeah,
and then the multiple times in TNG, it was him and Riker.
yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It's
yeah,
normally two-factor authentication.
yeah, yeah. Maybe they changed the rules over the years, so but whatever. Yeah,
He's an admiral; he can do what he likes.
yeah, yeah. He is the Picard. He is the one.
He is the Picard.
Yeah. So, um, but his word with Jurati slash Her Majesty. No, Her Majesty's Jurati, the first. Um,
Yep.
that was a nice touch, and it was just like them going. We needed to have this. I trusted you, Captain. It's to or them. I can't remember if she said that or that's why she called him. It was like because she trusted him. That's the only person who would actually listen to them. And yeah, actually, that's another person that was missing from that scene. Was somebody did say, "Where's Rios?" But yeah, previous Jurati was missing as well. Nobody said, "Where's that blonde ass?" But
where's the drunk blonde lady?
Yeah. Or maybe somebody was just thinking, I'm glad she's out my hair now. Yeah. But yeah, that was nice. And again, something I was about to say, we probably should have seen this coming with the discussion about her not becoming a member of Starfleet was a certain 7 of 9 becoming captain. Yay! No, Captain.
Field commission.
Yeah. Now that's the question. What do you reckon, Captain 7 or Captain of 9? Actually, yeah.
Or well, yeah, that's the thing because she doesn't refer to herself as Annika Hansen anymore, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be Captain Hansen, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Actually, I just because of the weirdness just want Captain of 9. Yeah. Or maybe Captain of however many they got on their ship.
Well, yeah, that could be that. I mean, I was gonna say when you were talking about Jurati and obviously Her Majesty, I was gonna say Jurati of Borg.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
That was such a nice moment, though, to go back to Seven. Sorry, to see her finally sitting on the bridge of a Starfleet ship. I hope that she's got a proper commission in season 3. Like she deserves it.
I think they've definitely left several positions open for further stories. Captain 7. The other one they mentioned was probably. I'm trying to remember. There was I'm sure there was a conversation. So there was. He. I am skipping a major bit here, but Laris. There was almost saying, "Where are you going?" She's going to do her own thing and its own story, and I was thinking that's definitely a slight hint for another series that's possibly could happen.
Could be. To continue on the Laris theory as well, though. I mean, she used to be. I've got it in my head. She used to be Tao Xian.
She was
a long time ago. Imagine a series set when she was in the Tao Xian, following her.
Or that's a possibility. Or she is doing little bits of, not to say it's for the Tao Xian, but Tao Xian type stuff again. Maybe that's somewhere they could go and do. The other one was, I've completely forgot what the other one. I suddenly went, oh, they could end up doing their story as well as a episode, but that will come back to me later.
I've got a theory on one more, but
Go
we
on.
need to wait until we get to it.
Oh, fair enough.
It was a nice little gift from Q because he didn't pull Rios back.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Shall we do the bit that probably should have been a lot more, but it was left to probably 5 minutes of them doing a mission? Was something came through the wormhole that. No, what was it? Whatever it was. To be honest, I cannot remember.
It was the birth of a transwarp conduit.
Yeah.
But a humongous, big, massive one.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the birth of some unknown threat.
Yeah.
That we have absolutely no idea about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
And they all got their shields together. They worked it out, and it was just like, wow. It's like, there's a story. How many minutes we got left? Oh, sugar. It's like, yeah, it's...
Yeah, one half of my brain can believe it because the Borg took over all the ships, and hundreds of minds all working together at computer speed, boom, 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 boom. It could probably have worked that fast. The other half of my brain is going, this is the rushed part of the episode and the story that I did not want to be rushed.
Yeah. Do you know, I was thinking it's usually the other way around in TNG. They rush the other bit, and this is the thing they spend ages on. And it's like, oh, I want to... But to be honest, I have said this in TNG, and it's like, oh, I wish I wanted to know more about their relationship and that. And it's like, they almost flipped, and it's like, the space stuff, half an hour, if that, over a whole season. And it's like... And then
it's like, come on, guys, like balance it.
Yeah, it's... Maybe we get into that criticism in a minute, but I was thinking, maybe I could... The thing is, I always want what I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never happy. That's the problem. Yeah.
The nature of human beings. We're all like that.
Yeah. I know Sorry. I know you have something to say. So do you want to start off on that one more? I try to remember where we are, because I have missed one conversation, but
yeah, of course. So obviously, just before Q clicks his fingers for the last time, he says that he might have a little gift for them because Rios is staying behind. Of course, that gift is none other than Elnor, who appears on the screen very.
Yeah.
Last thing I remember, I was on the last Sienna, and it's like, forget it, mate. Just do your computery thing and get the shield up, and that's the end of it. So one, I think it's lovely to see Elnor back and alive. It's great for Raffi especially. You see her reaction. Again, a little bit too rushed because they left this stuff to the last minute. But it's still nice to have him back. And again, I'm 99% sure it's been confirmed he is not going to be in season 3.
Yeah.
There's another one that's not going, along with Jurati as well.
Yeah, it's...
We've lost 3/4 of the cast from the first 2 seasons.
Which, yeah, some of me goes, oh God, no! I'm building on these characters. I was wishing these spent more time around, but maybe this is these first 2 were the season. These were the Star Trek Picard show, and this last bit is more of that's from maybe what we've heard about other cast members of TNG coming back. This is let's have some fun. Let's get the crew back together. Let's get the team there. And
it should really... the season 3, I believe, should not be called Star Trek Picard. It should be called Star Trek Next Generation season... Is it... Were there 7 seasons? So it's season 8.
Yeah.
So it'll be Star Trek TNG season 8.
Yeah.
But on Elnor, if there's another possible spin-off potential, I think it could be his career in Starfleet. I think that would be quite interesting.
Yeah. No. They were talking a while back about having a series in the Academy, weren't they? I believe.
Maybe
this is not...
I've forgotten about that.
Maybe this is a semi-academy thing, possibly. But he's coming to... He's spent several years in the academy, but he's still a cadet.
He is still a cadet?
Yeah, because as we found out in this episode. That's a good question. Possibility.
Sure is.
Definitely. We have got completely sidetracked. I don't care. But
neither do I. It's a great conversation.
Yeah. I don't care. Last one is... I want to mention the last one on the show was Guinan and Picard having their conversation.
Lovely conversation.
Yeah. maybe they could have spent a bit longer at it, but yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Again, rushed a little bit. Was it still nice? Yes, it
yeah,
was. And I think in particular the bit where she's talking about Rios. And obviously, she's informing Picard of what happened to him in his life and
yeah,
how he lived it. I thought that was lovely. So
yeah.
we get that closure as well.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a nice. Yeah, died in a Moroccan bar fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with a puff of cigar smoke.
yeah. It's yeah, and one thing I just noticed right on this one is the young lad Ricardo. It's almost so much like Picardo slash Picard. It was like I only actually just
Yeah.
realised that this episode, and it was just like, wonder if that's a coincidence.
I did not notice that until you said it right now.
Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, I just got in brackets Picardo. Oh, the lovely thing I've got here, I've got in my notes, is the TNG music that came back. Love that.
Yeah.
And before we started talking, I was listening to the Picard music, the TNG music. I just lost the image. No, I haven't got it there. I was going to look how much into it I was, but I was probably about halfway into listening to the Picard TNG music. So
The TNG music you're talking about, was that the one that we hear in First Contact?
ooh. No, this is for the
Because right, so yes, I did hear and I love the TNG music, but there's also a half melody of the First Contact music as well,
Oh, I missed
which
that.
is hit, but it is literally like half of it, and then the composition moves into something else. I thought they did it really
Yeah.
nicely.
And just for anybody out there, I am aware the TNG music is not originally TNG music. I know, but to me, it's the TNG music.
To me, it's TNG music. So
Yeah,
here on in, we have decreed it. It's actually TNG music.
yeah, it's yeah. Um, so no, in general, what did you think of the episode?
I enjoyed it overall. I did. Was it rushed a little bit? But I think it does exactly what it needs to do. It did it brilliantly,
Yeah,
especially on the pieces we've talked about around Picard and Q, which were absolute perfection in my eyes. Um, and obviously we get the little hint right at the end of the episode with between Picard and Laris about what may or may not happen there. But overall, I enjoyed the episode. I'm sad that that's the season ended,
yeah,
and I'm gonna have to wait who knows how long to start season 3. But it's left me eager to go back and watch the entire season and see what more I can take into it, and it's
yeah,
left me really eager to kick off season 3.
yeah. No, same here. Again, yeah, enjoyed it. There's so much more I wanted. It's left me wanting more, which is in a good way rather than
Mm-hmm.
a bad way. It's yeah, I enjoyed it. It's yeah, no, lovely. And the season as a whole, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, so the season as a whole, again, I enjoyed the change of pace because obviously most of it's in almost modern day for us. So
Yeah,
it's a change of pace for Star Trek because they're doing that over an entire season. So I actually kind of like that change of pace. Characters all worked really well together. Rios was really good. Picard was Picard. But I think if there was to be an MVP vote for the actors, it has to go to Alison Pill, who was absolutely second to none, phenomenal, and I am genuinely gutted she's not coming back for season
yeah,
3.
I completely
Um,
agree there. Yeah,
she was brilliant, but I just think the season as a whole just really wraps up and ties in a perfect bow the relationship and the story of Picard and Q the way it should have been.
Yeah, and yeah, no, definitely that for the. I suppose it is the Q story. I I am suddenly thinking it should be. I'm wishing there was more to it. There was maybe 2 parts. Like they probably could have condensed the uh, time travel bit, and then, or as in the past, they probably could have taken out 1 or 2 episodes and maybe put in a little bit more at the end of this. But this is from now's perspective. 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, who knows? This could be kicking off several different things. This could be the start of those ones. So, for me, it may be get me going. Oh, this is. They may have answered all my problems that I got now, and really hope so.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I think you're right. The potential to birth more Trek shows out of this season is definitely there in multiple different tangents, and we're at a point in the road right now where Trek is so big. We've got how many shows are on the go between being live and running and in production at the minute? We've got Discovery.
Strange New World has just started. Not in the UK, unfortunately, annoyingly. And I would have been
June.
doing a review for that as well. But
June it will start.
Yeah, I know people in the UK have probably seen it, but I'm trying to be a good boy, and even if I did accidentally see it, I probably wouldn't stream it. But I still haven't seen it. But anyway, sorry, where were we? There, Strange New Worlds. We've got the one with Janeway in it, which was the animated Prodigy, which I haven't seen yet because it hasn't been sent over to the UK, and we're waiting for Paramount to appear.
Sky, it's now available on Sky. Found out yesterday.
Yes, they did say that as well. So has gone to Sky. I might look, or I might just wait for Paramount. I don't know. I'll find out later.
It's only another month to go until Paramount's out now.
Yeah. We've got the other cartoon one, which
Lower Decks. And then in production at the minute, we've got Section 31.
Which has been, talking about for ages, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm still missing another one.
Did we say Discovery?
Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks. No, there's 5. Yeah, we might have missed. Yeah, 5 on.
We missed one of them. I think we actually missed Picard. I think that's the one we missed.
Yeah, so 5. So we know Picard's going to end up ending the season 3, but it's still going on at the same time.
At what point in Trek history have we had 5 Star Trek shows on the go? And it's about to expand to more. And at last, we've had a new movie confirmed is in production as well, following the Kelvin timeline again.
Cool. So that's at most we can say 3, with the end of TNG, season 3 of Deep Space Nine, possibly. I think I'm right. And the
very start of Voyager.
I'm happy. They all seem to be having a different theme, which is probably a good one. Saves burn down, and it also stops it getting too samey.
But my point is, we're at a point where Trek is so big and so popular, which is phenomenal and very, very exciting for all of us.
Definitely.
That'll just, the success of it is going to make more spin-offs from this season of Picard very, very possible, which is very exciting.
So when you probably heard me getting frustrated that we haven't had it over in here, it's because I'm a Star Trek fan. I want to watch it. I'm excited for it. I know people moan about certain things. I love Star Trek. Even if it's not perfect, I love it. If they replayed TNG now, I'm sure I would have moaned about certain episodes and gone, oh, I'm hating this right now, or I'm not liking this, whatever. But no, I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm now having flashbacks to a couple of different episodes of TNG that I was just sat there like, oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And by the way, TNG is my favourite series of Star Trek.
Yeah.
But there's always those episodes in a good TV series.
Yeah.
Always.
I think generally, I think they've done well. This is good. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it. And by the sounds of things, you are as well. So yeah.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Were there slow episodes? Yes. Did I get frustrated at points because I wanted things to speed up a little bit? Yes. Was I a little bit frustrated because the last episode at the very end sped it all up too much? Yes. But you know what? In terms of the season itself, absolutely loved it. Loved seeing Q again. Loved that relationship between Picard and Q in that tie-up. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Yeah. Last thing, I suppose it is about Picard and Q, really, and they did that well. I agree. Can I just say thank you again for joining me?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I always forget the numbers, but Olympus.
Yep, Olympus 0511.
Thank you. On Twitch, yeah. So.
Yep, on Twitch, on YouTube now as well, though there are no videos up yet. My schedule was to get some videos up and get my streaming resumed on Twitch as well, start last week, but then my little one got a bug, and then I caught the bug, and my wife caught the bug, so we've been completely flat out.
Yeah.
So that's been delayed, unfortunately. But you'll find me there, and you'll find me on Twitter as well.
Cool. And you'll find me on Twitter at Trek Wars Fantasy. I will plan on getting my streaming back again soon. So again, thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed Picard as much as I have. So again, thank you very much, and goodbye.
Likewise. Goodbye.
Goodbye.